Hello, happy Wednesday. We're going to do a little review before we jump into lesson 7. So from yesterday's lesson, remember when we're multiplying by the power of 10, we are moving our decimal by how many zeros we have. So let's look at number 1. We have 62 hundredths times 10. We're going to take our decimal. I have 1 0, so I'm going to move my decimal 1 place to the right. So my answer should be 6 and 2/10. Let's look at number 2. I have 9 and 23 hundredths times 100. I have 1, 2 zeros. I'm going to move my decimal 2 times to the right. 1, 2. My answer should be 923. Let's go to number 3. I have 5 and 23 hundredths. I have 1 0 or times 10. I'm going to move my decimal 1 time to the right. My answer is 52 and 3/10. Let's do our last one, number 3. Ooh. I have 1, 2, 3 zeros. I'm going to move 3 places to the right. 1, 2, 3. Fill in my zeros. My answer should be 28,600. Now, if I have, actually, I said I was only going to do 4, but I would like to do more. When I am multiplying by another decimal, I have, okay, so number 5, I want to look at it really quick. As you can see, I'm multiplying a decimal by a decimal. What I'm going to do is when I have a decimal by a decimal, I'm actually going to still count how many spaces, 1, 2, but this time, because I'm multiplying by a decimal, I'm going to move my decimal to the left and not the right. So I'm going to go 1, 2, and I'm going to fill in my answer with a 0. So this is what my 2 zeros and 42. Let's look at number 6. Let's try that again. I'm moving 1 time, so I'm going to move my decimal 1 time to the left. You only move to the left when you have a decimal times a decimal. My answer is going to be 7 hundredths. All right, I hope that helps. We're going to start with our lesson today. We are on page 417. We are doing problem solving investigation and we are looking for a pattern. So it says learn the strategy. The table shows the amount Hank pays for his clothes and the amount of his discount. How much will he pay and how much will the discount be for a shirt that costs $34.70? We can look at a table. We have boots, they cost $68.80. The discount amount is $6.88, and the final cost is $61.92. We have a jacket and pants. We can look at those also. And what we need to find is the shirt amount. So what facts do we know? Hank will receive what on his? So we know that he will receive a discount on his purchase. We need to find out how much he will pay for the shirt. As we can tell when we're looking at the table, these boxes are showing that we need to solve how much he will pay. So we need to look at the discount, the cost, and the final cost to see what our pattern will be. So we know we need to find how much the shirt costs, and we know that it will be a discounted price, and we need to find our pattern. So for step number 3, we have enough information to figure out how to solve. We are going to multiply the cost of the item by 1/10 to find the discount. We're going to subtract the amount from the cost to find the final cost. So we're going to do 1/10, the cost. We are going to multiply our price or how much the shirt costs by 1/10, which will give us $3.47. This is our discount amount, which would go in this box right here. We can then subtract it from our total cost to figure out how much we will be paying. So Hank will pay $31.23 for the cost of his shirt after the discount. Yes, this does make sense because when we add our discounted price or how much he will be paying with our discount, it gives us the total cost of the shirt. Okay, let's try one on our own. It says Adrian did 13 sit-ups the first day, 20 sit-ups the second day, and 27 sit-ups the third day. If the pattern continues, how many sit-ups will she do on the sixth day? Okay, so what do we know? We know that she did 13 sit-ups on the first day, 20 on the second, and 27 on the third. And we need to figure out how many sit-ups did she do on the sixth day. So just by looking at this, these numbers that we are given, we have 13, 20, and 27. So just by trying to figure out a pattern, remember we always need to figure out, is it getting bigger or smaller? Well, we have 13, 20, and 27, so it's definitely getting bigger, so that means we're adding or we're increasing to our pattern, right? So we have 13, 20, and 27. You are adding one number each time to it. I want you to think about that as we go on. So what number are we adding each time? So we need to devise a plan. What are we going to do? We need to look for the pattern. We did that. We need to figure out how many she did on the sixth day. So we know our plan. We know we're increasing by a certain specific number. Let's look at our, now let's solve. So we know day one. This is why it's going to make a fancy little chart, hopefully. So day one, and how many sit-ups? So we have day and how many sit-ups. The first day, she did 13 sit-ups. The second day, she did 20 sit-ups. The third day, she did 27 sit-ups. So we are increasing each time by what? Each time we're adding 7, right? So the fourth day, if we had 7 to 27, that would give us 34. Day 5, we need to add 7 more to 34. 34 plus 7 gives me 41. And then Mrs. Bliley is going to move us over here because I ran out of room. Day 6, we have 31 plus 7 more gives me 48. So on the 6th day, we can find that she did 48 sit-ups because each day she's increasing her sit-up count by 7. Each time we're adding 7. Plus 7, plus 7, plus 7, plus 7, plus 7 to get our answer of 48 push-ups on the 6th day. So how can we check our answer? Well, remember, if we do multiplication, or excuse me, if we do addition, what is the opposite of addition? Subtraction. So if we subtract 48 minus 7, minus 7, minus 7, minus 7, minus 7, minus 7, and get 13, we know that that's the number we started out with, and our answer is in fact correct. Okay, so for the remainder of our lesson, I would like you to do 1 through 5 on page 419. This is to find the pattern in the word problems that you are given. If you have any questions or concerns, please come to our lesson at 11:30 to 12:30, and I will be sure to help you in any way that I can. Have a great day.